fucking very, very sensitive subject. You feel me? And
It's
there should
not
be.
sensitive with me. It's real.
No,
It
I'm
is
saying,
black.
like,
It's very black and white.
yeah,
There's
yeah,
no, I don't
that's a
play
bad
with it.
choice of
That's what
words.
I'm
That's a
saying.
bad choice of words. You feel me?
That's why I'm saying, like, I don't do the
That's a
gray area
disgusting
because
ass
it's not a
allegation.
gray area thing. You either is or
Yeah,
you ain't. And if
understood.
you is, then you deserve what comes to you. If you ain't,
Yeah.
then yo, leave that. Cool, chill out on that.
Yeah.
We
Even
got
if you
real
ain't,
niggas to
and
worry
the
about.
nigga saying you are, and it's enough videos that kind of look like you might be, like, I'm not fucking with you, bruh.
Faise, you in here?
Nobody gives
That's
a
enough
fuck
for
if you
me.
a snitch
That's enough for me. If that's not enough justification for anybody else, hey man, to each his own.
the
But
word.
like, if there's enough evidence floating around that look like, yeah, we see R. Kelly fucking hanging outside the middle school and shit like that. Like niggas got proof like that. Like,
Let me
yeah, buddy. Like,
let me
you
let me
can
let
go
me
ahead
let
and
me
put the rest of the
let
numbers together.
let
One
me
plus
attack
one will
this
always
word.
equal
Let
three.
me attack this word snitch real quick because the word snitch has a condemnation to it that reverberates through our culture. The word snitch is a interesting topic to dance around because here's the thing. If I know that you were going around and doing sexual acts with young children, if I know that and I report you, you gonna be mad at me for being a snitch? Like I don't even know where that don't fly with me. So the
Yeah,
snitch word is not reserved for everything. That has levels to
yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Like there's
We got to be doing a crime together, and somebody tell on, like, so
yeah,
one of us
that's
tell on each other for
yeah,
that
you
to
know
be
what I'm saying?
snitching.
That's when you snitching when you like, bro,
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? There's different
you
levels
know
to
the
that
fuck
word.
you
We
signed
gotta
up
be
for, nigga.
we can't
And he gonna
just
tell
keep
on
stop
everybody. That's
snitching
snitching.
over everything. Like it don't work that
Yeah.
way.
Like, nigga, I wasn't there at the parties. I'm telling.
And when niggas use words like snitch, like when it comes to stuff like that, that's a side eye. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, oh yeah, you snitching on him. Look at the allegation. What are you talking about? If bro is saying this as an allegation or a fact or receipts or whatever it is, to say they snitching, seem like you got a problem with it being told about whatever it is. You feel what I'm saying? Other thing, whoever actually,
Yeah.
I can't really tell who it is on there. Oh, that's Armani. What's good, bro?
Chilling,
Can you
brother.
hear
How
me,
you?
bro?
Sorry, I was reading. Yeah, my bad. I
Yeah.
was reading the
What's good,
comments
bro?
and
What's
just
good?
you good?
Yeah, I'm all good, man. Good to hear from you. So
I'm not
yeah,
saying
it's
I'm the courts, man. Like
it's all
y'all, I
it's
don't
all
understand.
hold on, it's all the industry. It's the whole Hollywood.
Right.
This shit is like the commercial of what they got going on and what's about to
Right.
happen to them. Now, I was right about what Kendrick was gonna come to the game with. I'm telling you, I'm right about this. And it's things I know I ain't even spoke on yet. From like primary sources, from you know what I mean, being in the right place, right time. You gotta know as soon as you get to climbing up, oh yeah, motherfuckers watching you, you probably would have never thought watching. And everybody talking, everybody having the conversation. So you gotta ask yourself, if I don't
Hey,
even
bitch, I'll be right back. Going in the store, they got music in the background. I want to fucking shut up.
yeah. Ask yourself this. If I don't even fuck with Drake, why would I be like, hey, Drake just got one? Everything I do for a reason.
You honest?
And I literally, yeah, I'm honest. That's one thing. And I literally, as soon as I heard the shit, I was like, literally, my wife was laying next to me. I said, I can't even. I said, damn, this shit ain't gonna fuck. This ain't even gonna fit the narrative if I come out and just say this shit. But I had to, because I gotta speak the truth. But I didn't. I was hesitant to do it because I was like, man, but people only think on the surface. They never analyze. They never look deeper into anything.
They
People just
expect you to
surface
do that.
people. You feel me? But I still did it because it's the truth. And in war, you lax if you want to. You lax if you want to. Let me show you another thing that Drake shouldn't have done in war. Because he did a lot of things he should have done. So did Kendrick. Element of surprise, which he doubled down on. Drake should have never posted and commented or as a caption saying, I know you're going to drop in 6 minutes, because you know that's his number. He said, I know you're going to drop in 6 minutes after I drop this. You got a lot to address, as opposed to just, you know what I'm saying, my address. Kendrick didn't drop.
You're right about that. You shouldn't have responded.
He should never said that because Kendrick didn't drop right after. Which means that, again, you think you done figured a nigga program out and he element of surprising you again. You know what I mean?
Here's another thing I'm going to say that might be a bit controversial, but I'm going to say something. When I first, and Vish can attest to this, what was my first problem with what he said? That main comment of, I'm too famous to get in trouble for this, which I had a beef with because that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. One, when we're talking about the cabal and all this other shit that's going on, to even say that. Now, there is something else I've said in the past numerous times. There are certain people I look at, you are too fucking stupid to be a part of this. That arrogance and ego that you would say, I'm too famous to do that, is almost like, actually, I think you are dumb enough to not be able to pull this off, to even not be in tune and so tone deaf that what's going on in the world, that you are so fucking disconnected from reality that you thought that was a good excuse. Like, there's no way in hell someone can turn around and tell me, man, I'm too famous to be a pedophile. Nigga, are you serious? Have you been watching the news for the last fucking, I don't know how long? Like, what are you talking about? That's ridiculous. That is a
glad you said it,
ridiculous
man.
fucking statement. But I will go as far as saying it was so fucking ridiculous, I might believe you. Because you obviously have no idea what you're talking about. There are gangsters out there like, you could have done this shit because you ain't smart enough to navigate this shit.
You can never prove it.
Egregious shit I ever heard in my life. Do you know how many people get away with? Do you know how many? First of all, do you know how hard it is to prove something like that? Do you know how many women are suffering in silence because they can't prove it, or people in positions of power? That's why I don't want to hear that. Like, am I the courts? Am I the dude? I need the whatever. Like,
hold on.
Look, y'all.
Can we address this real quick? Do you realize you don't even got to prove that shit and ruin a nigga life?
Ever.
Yeah.
You ain't got to prove that shit. What are you talking about? This ain't even one of those things where a nnigga want to play around. They start putting allegations on you.
That is the point of my entire. That is the point of my entire.
Somebody let me speak.
Go ahead, man. Niggas wild up right now, man.
Sorry, man. We at the dinner table.
Yeah, we good.
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, we all good. Pass the cornbread, though. But look, you don't even need to prove that shit. Soon as they got probable cause, but they'll raid all your shit. They'll raid all your shit. All they need is probable cause, no matter who you are.
So my question to you,
people, go ahead.
My question to you is that okay?
We're okay.
If it's not true, and you know that all it takes is an allegation, I want you to think about a homie who maybe you have, because we all have one, who have been falsely accused of some shit. Do you think that flies, just for entertainment purposes?
I don't think this is entertainment. I think this is war.
Neither do I. I'm not saying you and I are on the same level of exposing what Hollywood is really doing. We're on the same level as that.
That ain't what I'm saying. This is not entertainment. This is war. It ain't about Hollywood alone. It can't be. It's way too big. But to answer your question, if we speaking on a simple level, no, it's not okay. You understand? Just to get that answer so people don't think I'm trying to dodge your question. The simple answer is no, that's not okay to allege that someone's done it, because I've been in that person's shoes. You know what I mean? I literally just got through, I fought a case for 2 years because a nigga pillow talked, saying I was lying on my dick. I fought that case for 2 years. It took 2 years for niggas to finally come out and say, well, look, I was just going off of some shit a nigga told me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't really know.
That's my only point.
You with me? So I know how that feels. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is Drake is the dragon. It's like, I don't know how much I got to explain this.
No.
He's the dragon. The dragon doesn't think he can fall. You know what I mean? Shaitan has an ego. He's had an ego since we cast him out. He doesn't think anything can happen to him. And one of the main reasons is because, well, if we're being truthful, we really can't do shit to the nigga.
Yeah, and they got parameters in place to make
reincarnate, which is why we know that when it comes down to it, the only way to defeat the devil is to trap him. So
Yeah,
that's
they got
what we said
parameters
we
in
were
place
going to
to
do.
make sure
We
that shit
said
don't
we were
happen,
going
bro.
to.
Okay, so let me
Now,
ask this question. Do you think in this war, not the entertainment part, in the war, Kendrick has the responsibility to completely eradicate the demon?
Yes.
And do you think that an accusation is enough?
No.
Or do you think if you're going to go there, you need to go all the
You
way
got to
there?
go all the way. I said that.
yeah,
So
but he's fighting the entire system. You feel me? Like the backlash is Kendrick fucking around and getting raided, and they're making it look like he's doing something. You feel me? That's what the system that he's fighting against
They'll do
has
that.
the power to do to him.
They'll do that.
I
Hey, look,
So
and
if
that's
they'll
where
do
so
that while you
that's
play.
that's where the
hearsay
underestimation
is
of
whatever.
power. That's where we
Whistleblowers
start
exist all over the
underestimating
world.
power. I
All right.
think Kendrick is just as powerful as Drake. That's the part we get to the two sides of the elites. This is the part where we're underestimating. Kendrick's not
No,
just
I
some
don't think
random
Kendrick
nigga.
is just as powerful as Drake. Here's what it is. Drake has way more vampires on his side. Way more.
Yeah.
There are
Yeah.
way less of us on this planet. On my caption, I said, "Hey Kendrick, are you a fallen angel, or are you going to be one of the victors?" Now, fallen angel has two meanings to it, or two connotations to it. One being you literally came here as an avatar descending into this realm, okay? Or you were cast into this realm, they go hand in hand, or you were one of our soldiers and you fell. Not every agreeable angel victors. Tupac Amaru Shakur, all right, was one of our angels.
Yeah. Dog
He
fighting
went
the
up
good
against
fight.
the bad boys. He went
Yeah.
up against Illuminati. He called out Puffy. He called out Quincy Jones, who was the Pan Demon, the Demon Pan incarnate. He called out all these people and went to war with everybody that niggas is finally calling the names of, right? And they
Yeah.
killed them. You know what I mean? Way before he was able to finish what he was sent here to do. So again, if Kendrick is one of ours, because he's made conversation about it prior, about the DNA and all this other stuff, if he's one of ours, then Kendrick needs to know you can never let your guard down when it comes to this dragon. You can never let your guard down.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Understand?
should have been ready for this element of it. You feel me? If that's the game he's gonna play, he definitely should have been ready with some sort of like backup plan. You feel me?
What
Like
element?
goddamn, like he gonna have to double down.
So
What element
raw,
are you talking about?
raw. Let me address this
Yeah.
real quick. Raw, you said what happens if someone's threatened your source of income? You fight back, whatever means necessary. I don't disagree with that in any shape, form, or fashion. But what I'm trying to say is this is bigger than that because Kendrick initiated. These two have been picking at each other for a while. It's not about defending each other's bread. They could have just backed off each other and never said a fucking word. He's not
Yeah.
out to do this because he's protecting his bread. He's out to destroy the evil. That is, or at least that's how it's being painted. So it's
Yeah.
not about like, yo, these two dudes are just hip hop. It's not hip hop, bro. This is not about two people who are just trying to find out who's the better MC, or all we would have gotten is good raps.
But
Yeah.
Exactly.
that's what I want to ask now, everybody. Like, what does it look like? The end of this? How does it end?
That's the question,
The
because
end of
that's what I'm saying.
it.
If it was just about rap, then we would just let them rap and whatever. I'm talking about
Well,
what is this going to do to
Mhm.
our society 5-10 years from now?
well, let me
That's
tell
the
you
shit
something,
I'm
right?
worried about.
Society has never been, as a whole, concerned about the children. Society has never been, as a whole, concerned about trafficking. Look at all the times an Amber Alert, which is
Yeah.
Amber Alert system is 100% flawed. The government knows that. There's
Mm-hmm.
not a single person on planet Earth, Tiamat, that can go missing. Not in today's day and age. You cannot go missing. It is not possible. You become a high enough threat, all right? Or become a
Yeah. Say that, bro. Say that.
somebody got
Say
some
that.
noise.
My bad.
Yeah,
Is it?
That's me. I'm on the red road
Maybe you
right
can
now.
mute. Maybe try muting.
Yeah. I can't, man. Fucking Instagram
Okay.
not allowing me to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna just tap out. Just floor, man. I don't want to be rude.
I think we good, bro. We good, bro. I can tolerate. So look,
Just roll it up.
yeah. What was I with it? So yes, the society was never concerned about the children. My point is this: nobody can go missing in today's day and age. That's all a game. All right. They have all the technology to find anybody. If they want to find niggas on Titan, they can find them. You understand? So you mean to tell me we can give you the whole description of a vehicle, make, model, and the time and the year that it was created, all right, and who drove it last, all right, how many times somebody had sex in it, whether or not it had a dent on his left bumper. They can give you all the information, and the government can't find them? No.
Yeah.
They get
You
take
saw
it
how they
right to
found
those
the
tunnels.
Boston bomber? When that nigga let off that bomb in the marathon? How they fucking found that nigga?
Yeah.
Dude, like if they really want to find somebody, they can. It's the amount of resources it takes to find someone. You feel
So
me?
then
They not
why
gonna
is the
let it.
government, why are they texting your phone, giving you a description, asking you to go find them? It's to make you feel comfortable with what you already know. You don't give a damn, right? I'm telling you, people already don't give a damn. But as long as they can feel in their mind, this helps them alleviate their guilty conscience, that they're at least aware about what's going on. Well, then maybe that bad of a person for not giving a fuck. Oh, the government is doing something about it. Somebody will do something. No, human trafficking. Listen to the words: human trafficking. They didn't have to put the human on there, but they did for a reason. It's the biggest business on the planet. It's literally Monsters Inc. You understand? And that ink word on the bottom or the back of that word is saying incorporated, a business. All right? The dragon wants your child. It is a business. So what's going to become of this? Well, again, there's more information to be let out. Who's going to really start telling it? Now, you know, if anybody's going to tell, I am. But I'm waiting to see. Kendrick, are you really going to let it be known? Are you really going to let it be known? Okay? Because I have some credible sources that can point fingers in every direction about what's really been going on. How many artists right now, celebrities, can't actually leave their house? How many artists right now, celebrities, have had their offshore accounts seized in real time?
Right.
While they on social media, kikiing and ha-haing, shit ain't really funny on the other end of that screen, where niggas ain't got no more money, right? They've been drained of all their resources. They can't leave. Some of their friends, their homies is being executed. Some of their people has been arrested. You know what I mean? Niggas being sent to Gitmo by the package every day. And if you don't know what Gitmo is, you need to get more information, right? So with Kendrick Lamar,
anyone who just talks this up as just an entertainment thing, we operate on different frequencies, and I respectfully, that's not where my mind is. That's not where my moral fiber is. That's not what I operate on. It was just entertainment when they was rapping at each other. Once you start involving all this other stuff, it is no longer entertainment to me.
That wasn't entertainment either, though. Again, this is the elites we talking about. Human beings who may not have reached those levels think everything is just random. None of this shit is random. Not what these niggas put on when they go on stage.
Not at all.
Nothing's random. Something is always being promoted. Something is always being narrated. Nothing is random. You hear me? So then let's get down to this question. I'm gonna ask this question. What does Kendrick Lamar mean by two things? I've been in this industry for 12 years. It's some weird shit going on, right? He's weird shit going on. He said these artists be here to police it. What does that mean?
Sorry. Be right back. Yeah, I gotta pull right back up too. I got a call. I gotta catch.
I gotta roll.
Same.
Blessings to all y'all. Peace. I think that was interesting. How'd that happen? How both the niggas had to get off at the same time. But look, okay, Vish, I'll ask you. What does it mean when bro was like, I've been in this industry for 12 years. I'm gonna tell you a secret. It's some weird shit going on, and these artists be here to police it. What does he mean by that? I think you might be muted, Vish.
My bad. I mean,
I would assume is referencing that pedo trafficking, all that type of shit, right?
Right. So for all the people listening, it's not just trafficking of people. It's not just trafficking of children. It's also trafficking of organs.
Mm.
That's also a crime against humanity, because how are you going about obtaining these organs? So they set up certain businesses. They say, do you want to be an organ donor? Right? If you looked at the amount of people who actually donate their organs and size it up next to the amount of times they didn't have organs that people needed, then maybe you'll get why certain businesses had to be set up to cloak what's actually happening. Oh, we're just asking people to donate blood. For what? When we go to the hospital, y'all don't got the damn blood. Y'all patting y'all pockets. Say, we'll get back to you. 30 million people done donated their blood, and y'all don't got no more damn blood, right? Go look at how many people donate their organs and how many people die every day and give those organs up. But you can go to the hospital, they say, we're waiting for another liver. We don't got no livers in stock. We don't have no kidneys. We don't have no, like a fucking McDonald's. They don't have
Right.
shit. It's all a game. So it ain't Hollywood. It's the whole scene. It's like this whole planet you on is a farm. And the biggest business that's being covered up is not only are your children being literally consumed, all right, groomed to be consumed, because there are different ways that they need energetic yields from human beings. One of the ways is sexual release. And that's why they prey on the children. A lot of these
Hey,
beings want to be the first one.
hey,
Go ahead.
Faze, they asking how is what you saying right now relate to the Kendrick beef? I
Because
I
I
think a
told
lot
y'all
of
all
people just,
fucking ready. Did I? Yes
that's
or
what I'm
no?
saying.
Did
I
I
think
did
people
I
just
come on here? Go ahead.
not the same person that's saying that has been here since niggas been talking, and I heard you a few times talk about it already. I don't really understand the question. I just wanted to make sure that they, you
Now I
know what I
get
mean,
it.
they
So look,
losing.
no, watch what y'all saying QAnon. That's CIA. Stop being so gullible. They'll put programs in position that'll be discreditable or discreditable. And after they put out that program and it's discredited, then people say, oh, that's all that Watergate shit. Human trafficking is not a conspiracy. Do I got to get a t-shirt made? That's not, yo, that's not a conspiracy. But here's how they can finesse niggas. They'll give you, what was it? Pizzagate. Pizzagate was orchestrated to be a conspiracy. They built the whole narrative of a nigga walking into a fucking pizza shop order. They built that. It's a reverse psyop program. Because it's always a psychological operation. Anything we do, if you turn on a light, it's a psychological operation, because your brain has to work in order for you to take in that light in your sensory input compartment. That is your vision. Everything is a psyop. They'll reverse psychology you into thinking anytime somebody mentions something about children, oh, you must be one of the QAnon people. When we've been talking about this shit before you ever had the letter Q. It is not new. You understand? So if you want to believe in your mind, every time we saying children going missing is a conspiracy, then you ate the fucking Kool-Aid, not the ones you telling people that drunk it. Ain't it ironic? The motherfuckers who still walking around, they say we drunk the Kool-Aid, but you don't know what the fuck you talking about. The niggas who drunk the Kool-Aid is dead. They're the ones dead. They're immobile. They're not moving around. They're over with. We didn't drink no Kool-Aid. If your government can convince you nobody's going missing because one project that they constructed was proven to be false, then not only are you ignorant enough to believe it, you also are ignorant enough to not investigate, why the fuck would they go out of their way to make human trafficking a conspiracy? Another thing, Biden investigated for human trafficking. His whole family, Hunter Biden, the rest of them, investigated. Their jobs and everything seized. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it, right? They tried to grill Trump back to back on all of these news sites. I'm sure you had ties in. They tried to grill Trump on all of these news sites about whether or not he was the head of QAnon. They kept throwing QAnon out there. This is how your government works. How the fuck do all of these news sites know to ask this nigga the same exact question? The same exact question. And if it was a conspiracy that the government was so concerned about that never wanted anybody to know about QAnon, why did every news reporter keep saying the name? Let me tell you why. I actually wrote about it in my book. Because QAnon is canon. And canon or Canaan is the beast. They're playing a word game right in front of you. Did you know that canon means ruler? And did you know that cabal and canon are synonymous? They throwing a joke in your face, but people like to relax. So what they can do is they grill Trump. They don't ask for nothing about the stats. They don't ask for nothing about politics and what's actually going on in the community. No economics, none of that. The country is in shambles. Nobody talking about it. No, they grill Trump every time somebody dropped 3 off of a burger. Okay, this is their game. They ask him the racist question to appeal to the melanin dominant people who are a main target of the same business, right? Then they throw the questions out. What do you think about QAnon? He kept diverting. He kept deflecting. He said, I don't know anything about QAnon. He said, but I know they're against pedophilia. I don't disagree with that, right? Okay, why would he say that? Because he knows everything there is to know about QAnon. He is not falling for their games or trying to call it QAnon. If they can group you up under an umbrella, they can call you a cult. They won't have to do it. The public will ostracize you. The public will torment you and isolate you. So how does it tie into Kendrick? The same thing that the QAnon people or the people who've been speaking about this, who really are just informed people about what's going on in their communities, under their feet, right? There's a movie, Above Majestic. It's a documentary. Go watch it. Above Majestic. They never wanted to promote that movie or film or documentary because of all of the things that expose about what's going on in that government and why people like Trump were even put in position. So when he said, I don't know anything about QAnon. They're against pedophilia. I know that. I'm not against that. What is Kendrick talking about? Pedophilia. And he's not just talking about Drake. He said, I've been in this industry for industry is a business machine. Do you know that? All right?
Yep.
It's a whole model that pumps things out and takes things in. It receives, it has an intake and an output, input and an output. It is a machine. He said, I've been in this machine for 12 years. It's some weird, he used the word weird shit going on.
For you, Faise,
Go ahead.
because we did segue a little bit, but I want to know if you think that Kendrick himself is powerful enough to combat that that infrastructure that you're talking about. You feel me? Do you think it's a wise decision for him to just go ahead and jump out the window? Because a lot of people go down with Drake if it's what he's saying it is.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
So like, why is everybody on his heels so bad for that proof? You feel me? Knowing that, hey man, that man might die as a result of that proof. You really want the proof that bad? Like he was man enough to say it.
Yeah. Yes, we do want the proof that bad. And if we gotta die to get it out there,
but he gotta sacrifice his life. Y'all willing to see him sacrifice his life?
Yes. Don't ask me questions.
If he's not willing to sacrifice his life, then he less than a man?
No, what are you talking about?
No, I'm asking because there's a
don't have anything to do with whether or not you're less than a man. It has everything to do with whether or not you're a soldier. Again, are you a fallen angel or are you a victor?
So is he less of a soldier then? Is he less of a soldier because
a soldier will take it all the way? Does every soldier die? Yes or no? Does every soldier die in battle?
Yeah.
No.
Well, no, nigga. Everybody soldier don't die in battle. Right? Everybody dies.
Okay, you answered the right one. I had to answer it another way. Right?
Yeah.
So you answered it right the first time. Does every soldier die in battle? No. right? So just because let's not speak death on him all the fuck ready. Just because he's telling you the truth, y'all be so fucking scary. No, just because a nigga gonna tell the truth, that don't mean he's going to die by the hands of the machine.
But the risk is there.
But
You feel me?
yeah, the risk
It's a
is there
higher
by
risk
waking
he's
up.
taking.
The risk is there by going to sleep. Did you know that? People ain't even waking up. The risk is there. It's all risky. You ever heard that before? Bob Proctor? You know what I mean? So we don't think about shit like that. Meaning we don't give it too much thought because we already know it's possible. The key thing is, though, to answer your question, is Kendrick enough? Is he powerful enough to go at the whole machine and take it down? The answer is he himself, the being in that flesh, no. His voice, yes. His voice can't be shot with a bullet. His voice can't be poisoned. You heard from again.
Heard that.
You know what I mean?
But like I say, somebody's saying, well, he gonna put his life in danger to put out some information on Drake. I mean, why say it then if you're worried about that?
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
bring it up in the first place? That's like,
Because
you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
he thinks I would think that saying it is enough, at least like exposing it. You feel me? And then softly leaking the videos, like not directly leaking them where they're directly taught to him. You know what I'm saying? Give it to Shade Room, give it to World Star.
Shade Room is not going to leak it.
Let them do what they do. Nah, but I'm just using them as a reference,
Listen,
as an example.
First
You
of
feel
all,
me? Give it to a bigger platform.
When he dropped the first record talking about this shit, did they focus more about the daughter or the allegations?
As far as the shit about Drake?
They focused more on the daughter. Everybody made it about whether or not he had a daughter. Let me tell you, I was on here. Kai Cenat was finna end his whole stream. He was about to end the stream, middle of the song. Meet the Grams.
Yeah.
He was like, wait, go watch it. He's like, wait, whoa, hold on. He didn't even know what was happening. When he heard Kendrick saying the shit, he froze. His whole froze. Because Kai Cenat know what's going on too. You get close enough to that fire, you get to see what's going on. Yeah. And then we got to ask Kai Cenat questions too. Because Kai Cenat, why the fuck was you there with a 10-year-old throwing money on strippers? Yeah, I didn't get that. JT from City Girls, why was y'all letting a 10-year-old throw money on the strippers, women who in a panties shaking their ass in front of them? Then you lied on the web talking about some, I told him to give my nephew 50 feet. You're a fucking liar. The pictures literally showed before you took them down that they was not only not a foot away from him. You understand? So again, when it comes to shit like this, yeah, you don't get to back out. That's why I said if he doesn't double down or come back and pull the whole lid off, he lost that war. You might as well have not stepped out. You do not simply wound your enemies. You get rid of them completely. You eliminate them. If you give your enemy the chance to recoup, all right, or get himself back together, he will come back and destroy you.
Right.
Do I need to say that again?
So,
you don't wound your enemy.
I'm trying.
You kill him.
I'm trying to relate it to what's going on with Kendrick and Drake. So at the end of the day, like Kendrick got to have some sort of proof in his next record. That's pretty much
about him having proof. It's about he can't stop here.
That's the general consensus, though. General consensus is he has to have something to back up some of the shit he's been saying. If he's able to do
that's what people are going to want because they don't want to believe it.
Is that a victory, or is him just responding in general? Him just like going back, rapping at Drake and fucking talking his shit. Is that enough to warrant a victory?
So, again, you got a war, right? And you got battles.
Right.
Just because a battle is lost, don't mean the war is lost.
Right.
All right? Kendrick might lose his battle if he don't have the ability to double down on the dragon. That don't mean we finna stop warring.
Right.
we just might see an angel fall, because you can't come back from that battle. That battle will have been lost. Here's how Kendrick can win the battle. Again, yes, he can pop out with receipts, which again, that's taking another approach. You don't have to rap receipts. You can just post them. Or like you said, soft leak. Okay, he could go that route. But he also has to double down. This is why it gets tricky. If Kendrick has his hands in some shit, he really ain't gonna be able to say much after this.
Right.
If he got his hands in some shit, if you go look at my post when we get off here, I said some of them receipts might expose him though.
Right.
Because then you're gonna have to answer. First of all, how you know this? How did you know this? How long did you know this? Where were you when this happened? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What have you been into? Okay, so sometimes desperation can destroy a soldier. And if Kendrick was truly just desperate and just started throwing shit out there, right, to get the response to say that he won that battle, he could end up losing from that same impulsive behavior. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight. If you weren't prepared to go to battle or go to war all the way, like Bish said, he should have never dropped. He should have never jumped outside.
Bro, I didn't even think about that. It could look a certain way for Kendrick coming up with, when we fall out, then I start saying, oh, this nigga's a pedophile. And he did it like, how long you been knowing this, my nigga? Like, why you wait until you fall out with him to say something?
Yeah.
Exactly. So let me tell you how this goes. They come to you. They lock your ass up. They throw a bag over your head. They put you in the back of a paddy wagon. They drive to an unmarked location. They put you in what looks like a train cart. They take you to another unmarked location. You go underground. You get on a train that goes 500, 700 miles per hour. You don't even know how long you've been gone. You're in this room, unmarked location. You don't know where you at. You're disoriented. You're hungry. You're thirsty. You don't even know how long you've been sitting here. Next thing you know, the bag comes off. Navy SEALs is in the room. The whole military is in the room. You know what I mean? And they got posters, pictures, slides. This is you. We got you here. We got you here. We got you here. Yeah, these people ratted on you. They told about you. What are you going to do? You have a choice. You can start snitching on niggas, and we'll just limit you. We'll strip you. We'll put you in house arrest, da-da-da-da. Or we taking you out right here. This ain't no niggas came to your house. The police that can clock out. This is the elite we're talking about. That's a whole different force. So here's what could be happening. Kendrick could be snitching. He could be snitching. And if he's snitching, he might be about to take it there. And if he does take it there, either he of his own accord came out to start exposing it, or he had to tell and made it look like it was a rap battle. I'm going to say that one more time, because I know if it's 93 people in here, then 92 people missed it. Kendrick could be snitching. So he's either snitching on his own accord, saying it's time for me to come out here and expose this shit, or he had to tell, right? And he made it look like a battle. Because if you got to tell, they got you. So he also said, hey, Curry, keep your children away. Hey, LeBron, keep your children away. He said, because they looking at you if you're standing with him. Somebody need to answer me. Who is they? Who's they? And what will possess Kendrick to say the embassy about to get raided too? It's only a matter of time. So when people are asking what it's got to do with Kendrick and Drake, I called it. But I want to let y'all in on something. I didn't call it off my own intuition alone. I called it because of a call. All right? That I got about what's going on with that industry right now from if I said the name, y'all all y'all hands will go over y'all mouth. You with me? About who involved. So again, I ain't said everything yet. I'm gonna let y'all watch this game. But the reason why I knew that was about to happen, because I already been put on game about what's going on. Credible source. So again, don't focus on what I'm saying
I ain't gonna
alone.
lie.
What Kendrick's saying.
I ain't gonna lie. We had a discussion a few days ago before they really start popping off crazy with the dishes. And this nigga Faise came into the room and he said what he thought was gonna happen and what Kendrick was gonna put out there. Then this nigga Kendrick, it was like him and Faise talked on the phone, bro. I swear to you.
Facts.
It was like Kendrick called Faise and they had a convo and then he released the diss record, bro. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the day Cliff said that shit in the ended. Like, man, that shit was tripped out.
Yeah.
That nigga
I believe
to put, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can say whatever. But when the actual facts start coming out and things start happening as niggas is how niggas is saying it and stuff like that, I mean, can't argue.
facts.
I know that probably made some of y'all mad because y'all probably wanted Faze to be wrong.
Shit, not at all. They been
I can't
talking
tell
shit,
no
bro.
That's the
lies,
story of
man.
my life, nigga.
I can't tell no
Keep telling
lies.
niggas. I'm like, yo, y'all don't get it. I say every dog has his day. Kendrick come out, say every dog gotta have his day. One of my lists, I said, it's OVO for OVO. Kendrick come out and say OVO. They not getting it. They not gonna get it yet though. Like I said, I'm gonna keep back and watch now. Again, I got more to tell, but I'm gonna keep back and watch. And let's see how much of what I've been putting you on are you gonna pick up on within these next few pieces of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what's the next move for Kendrick at this point?
He
put some shit
got.
out
I'm
there.
telling you, this ain't no. He has to.
But that ain't got
ahead.
nothing to do with the rap part though.
That is how he has to double down on not just Drake, that line about the weird shit that's been going on in the industry. You can't do no more these artists, these niggas, all that, these. No. You gotta listen, if you want to know what Kendrick has to do in order to take this to where it needs to go, you gotta ask yourself, what would Faze do? And I'm not even trying to be funny. Because if you see it, people literally hit me up say, like how you just said, something like Faze on the phone with Kendrick. People be DMing me like, yo, nigga, I just listened to the nigga shit. It's like he literally said everything you said. Like, boom. What would Faze do if he was in that position? You gotta tell it. That's why I said you gotta pull the whole lid off now. I said, hey, he gotta Dot next move or Kendrick next move is he gonna come out and expose about the pedophilia, sexual act. He gonna have sexual allegations. I explained all of it. All right, boom. Next move, you gotta really go in. Before play with your top, you gotta really go in and all right. Since y'all niggas want to be petty, all right, I try to be nice. Da 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 da. That's the approach they gotta take. He gotta double down on that. And again, Kendrick already put out the OVO shit. Drake didn't address that. He took an L because that leave room for Kendrick to come out and be like, here go the receipts about the sex offenders you got in your camp. And if you got sex offenders in your camp, automatically that's like, oh, damn, what you got going on to be affiliated with these people?
Yeah.
And the next thing is, what's going on with this embassy shit that he said going to be raided in only a matter of time? What is he really talking about? And who is he saying? They looking at you. If you standing with Drake, they looking into you too. Boom. All I'm saying is, again, with this battle, if Kendrick try to come and just we're gonna be hearing some bad news because he might be being pushed to have to tell. I know that people might not want to hear that.
Yeah,
but
That's pretty much what's happening.
that he got to tell. So they
Yeah,
got to
that's
tell.
what everybody's. That's what I'm getting from everybody. As a general, right? Yeah, he got to have some proof. That's what everybody's saying, and that's why Drake's record like fucking started off with the sample "Prove It." You feel me? Because that's the most difficult thing to do. Like he's up against, you know, the dragons he's up against, and that to that degree and do that. You know, like it's a huge risk he's taking, and he would have to go all the way. Ain't no turning back from that shit.
Why did Cole drop out? You know why Cole dropped out. Use your head. This ain't the end.
Yeah.
Use your head. You ain't never heard Kendrick say none of that shit before.